A couple of years ago, I made a chess set, and I just want to talk a little bit about how I use different molds to create a set that's really a one of a kind, even though I'm using commercially made molds. So, as you can see with this queen, I've used this one to create her headdress, but then I've chopped it straight down the middle to create the little winged collar pieces. I used this mold from Redesign with Prima, which it's got lots of lovely little flourishy bits. It's for upcycling furniture. With this one, I've used that little mold there and that one. So we've got the little headdress pieces, and then I've used this one on the front of her dress and chopped it in half and placed it up the other way to get her little winged collar. Then I wanted to match my pawns with keeping the theme, little recognizable pieces from the Queen and King to the pawns. So I've used the same, I've used this same one to do the top of all the pawns. Let's pop her down. But I've just used the bottom small portion of this one on the base of all my pawns, but chop those little horn bits off. But so the pattern can be repeated and it's recognizable through both of them. Same in the red set. The top pieces are the same as her headdress. And then I've just used, the bottom of this piece on the base of each pawn. For this king, I've used this Redesign mold, and this is like a door handle panel, but as you can see, I've just used a smaller section, chopping it in half, and then I've added the little skull. These are my bishops. I did two different little birds. I've used, I haven't got the mold out, but this is a keyhole mold that I've used on the top here, which is a bit longer, and I've chopped half of that off to make crowns. Done two of them, joined them together to make crowns. And in their little heart bits, I've used, for the red one, I've used this Redesign mold and used this kind of a daisy pattern. Let me grab it here. So this is what it looks like. Then I've chopped some of the top of it off, but I've got one of these heart cutters, and I've just gone in with my heart cutter and taken out the middle. Then using another little mould of a rib cage. I've cut a little heart out of the rib and then just placed it in. And I've done similar here, but this was a little clock face that I've put in the middle. Also on the little crowns, I've made a little cross stamp that I've pressed in because that isn't on the actual mold that I've used. So anyway, there's just some interesting ways that you can use commercial molds. I like Redesign with Prima and Iron Orchid Designs. They're my two favourites to add some cute details to your work.